playing soccer at St. Peter's for 3 years and has played 13 years of rec and state league soccer. She is a 3-year varsity letter winner, has earned all conference honorable mention, and the Spartan Award. Maddie's future plans include that she has been accepted to the Franciscan University, where she will major in English with an emphasis on writing. Maddie's favorite sports memory by far was her junior year when her dad, the coach, got a yellow card at the Mansfield senior game for yelling at the ref. Maddie's advice for younger athletes is not to let people judge you for your size. Just prove them wrong by showing them on the field how strong and tough you are. Maddie would like to thank her teammates for accepting her on the team, even though she doesn't attend St. Peter's full time. She'd like to thank her grandma for being her biggest fan and attending every one of her games since she was 4 years old. She'd like to thank her mom for supporting her through all her years of soccer and managing all of her state league teams. She'd like to thank Lizzie Booth, the assistant coach and former teammate, for helping her through the last 5 years of club and high school soccer. Most of all, she'd like to thank her dad for being her coach, her mentor, her supporter, and the sacrificing and devoting so much of his time to her and for sharing his love of the game with her. Senior Maddie Yeager. Our next senior, number 7, Molly Bitkusky. Molly is escorted by Laura Roberts and Zach Roberts. Molly has played soccer since she was in 2nd grade, and she has played 4 years of varsity soccer. She received 2nd team all-conference award her sophomore year and 1st team her junior year. Molly has not yet decided on her future plans. Molly's advice for younger athletes is to never leave the field knowing you could have done more. Molly's personal statement. She would like to thank her mom, her stepdad, and her grandma for being supportive and taking her to practices, games, and tournaments throughout all the years. She also wants to thank Coach Todd for pushing her to do better and being a great coach. Lastly, she wants to thank her team for giving her the best 4 seasons she could ask for, and for being her family. Number 7, Senior Molly Vitcusky. Our next senior, number 11, Mackenzie Montenez. Mackenzie is escorted by her father, Michael, and her mother, Kelly. Mackenzie has played soccer on and off since she was 8 years old. She has received Honorable Mention Award and is a captain this season. Mackenzie also runs track at St. Peter's and plans to join our softball team this spring. Mackenzie's future plans include attending college somewhat close to home, with plans on going into the medical field to work with children. Also, sometime between now and then, she plans to travel the world and live life to the fullest. Mackenzie has too many sports memories to count, but the most memorable would be, and still always happens, when they are shooting too quickly or running too fast in practice, and they fall out of nowhere and don't even know how they fell. It still makes her laugh so hard with the team. Mackenzie's advice for younger athletes is to always make sure you have everything packed the night before the game, because if not, you'll be rushing like crazy if you can't find anything. Most importantly, play every single game like it's your last, and always give it your all, because time flies by so quickly. Enjoy the time you have left and have fun while doing it. Mackenzie would like to thank her mom, dad, and family for being the biggest supporters in the world and for making sure she is at every game on time. She would also like to thank her sisters for pushing her to be and do the best she can every game. To her amazing team and coach, she wants to thank them for being a part of her life for 4 amazing years. You guys will always be family, and she loves you with all of her heart. She would also like to thank her amazing friends, Molly, for always getting hyped with her in the car and taking game day pictures with her, and Jada for making games even though your schedule is crazy. She loves you guys. Lastly, she loves her Spartan family and thanks everyone for all the memories that she will have forever. Senior Mackenzie Montenez. Our next senior, number 15, Julia Rizzo. Julia is escorted by her dad, Stephen, and her mom, Sarah. Julia has played 4 years of varsity soccer and has been playing soccer for 10 years. She was awarded first team all-conference her sophomore year, Scholar Athlete Award, and second team all-district. Julia also plays basketball at St. Peter's. She also is our class president, National Honor Society president, and plays in the pep band. Julia plans to attend a 4-year college and is still considering what she wants to study. Her favorite sports memories are preseason soccer parties and water balloon fights and losing shooting games at practice because of Kaya. Her advice for younger athletes is to play hard, have fun, and don't take your time for granted. Julia would like to thank her family, especially her parents, for driving her around and watching her play. Her brother and sisters for supporting her, and Maddie for being her favorite teammate for the last 10 years. She would also like to thank her teammates and coaches for making this last year memorable. A shout out to the other seniors, Molly, Kenzie, Maddie, and Maddie. She loves that you guys get to finish out this season together. Senior Julia Rizzo. And our last senior, number 21, Maddie Yeager. Maddie is escorted by her mother, Laura Barber, and her father, Jeremy Yeager. Maddie has been playing soccer since she was 6 years old. She is also a team captain this season. She has played soccer all 4 years of high school and has also played tennis. Maddie's future plans include going to college and majoring in exercise science. After college, she plans to attend a chiropractic school out of state. Maddie's favorite sports memory is messing around with Kaya and Kyra at practice. Only sometimes, though. Sorry, coach. Her advice for younger athletes is love your teammates. It makes the sport better when you are like a family. Maddie wants to thank her mom for taking her to every soccer event for 10 years, her dad for teaching her the game. She wants to thank her whole family for always being there, and Julia, her best friend, for being her support on and off the field. Lastly, she wants to thank all of her teammates. She loves you all. Senior Maddie Yeager. Let's have one more round of applause for all of our seniors here today. Thank you. At this time, players, you may return to your bench to prepare for the opening game announcements. Thank you.
It is senior day here at Pat Curran High School Soccer Field, where the Mansfield St. Peter's Lady Spartans are getting ready to go toe-to-toe with the Bucyrus Area Youth Soccer Club, and we've got all the action for you right here on the OH Report. Good morning, folks. My name is Brian Skowronski, joined today by Travis Berardi. And, at least beautiful weather out here. Travis can't ask for much more on a Saturday afternoon and some fun festivities as St. Peter's just wrapped up their senior festivities and getting ready to get on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't, like you said, you couldn't ask for any much better weather out here. Senior day, couldn't ask for anything much more.
And for St. Peter's, as you just saw on the broadcast, there are 5 seniors out here. Maddie Yeager, along with Molly Vitcusky, Mackenzie Montenez, Julia Rizzo, and Maddie Yeager. So want to give them one last shout out here on Senior Day. Been great leaders, according to their head coach, Todd Heichel, who, of course, also has a kid who is celebrating her senior day here. So emotional times, and you got to settle down at some point and get ready to play some soccer. Always a tough challenge from talking to high school kids for several years that they say it can be an emotional roller coaster, at least at the start of the match.
Yeah, and I mean, you and I have had senior days in football and basketball, so we kind of know what it feels like. But you just gotta get back into that game mindset and play. And most of the time, those seniors, they play all out and have their best games. I know I had my best game on senior day. You probably had your best games on your senior night too, so it'll be fun to see.
Just one senior for Bucyrus. We'll take a look at their roster here. That being Ashley Zender, number 5. Player to keep an eye on, in between the pipes. Liv Carasso has had a fantastic season as a junior. Young team, of course, with just the one senior out here. So it's a interesting collection of talent as well. 5 different schools make up this club for Bucyrus. So Winford, Bucyrus, Colonel Crawford, Buckeye Central, and then a homeschool player all coming together to make this squad happen.
Hey, I know, there's no Northern 10 soccer, but I just love the fact that they can still get a team together from Crawford County and, play against some quality high school opponents. I know I've gotten the chance to see St. Peter's earlier this year against Crestview. They're a scrappy squad, and this should be a good one.
Let's pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord in heaven, we thank you for this beautiful day in which these young ladies are able to play this wonderful game. We ask that you guide them and strengthen them so that they're able to play to the best of their abilities. Keep them free from all injury and harm. We thank you, Lord, especially for our seniors who have given so much throughout these last 4 years. Bless them especially this day, but as they move on into the future as well. Lord, we lift up to you this day and all that we do for your greater glory and honor. And we make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
We've honored our father and honored America, and we are ready for some lady football here at Pat Curran. First touch of the match. Looks like it's going to be made by Molly Vacusky, St. Peter's.
Number 1, Sophie Lucas. Number 2,
So on a day where we have college football, we're going to have some high school football to kick things off this morning.
And since you brought up college football, you know how exciting that Brennan Armstrong, Shelby's local favorite former quarterback, going to be making his starting debut today for the Virginia Cavaliers. I know that Eric Will is going to be in the building, get to watch him in person. Just so cool when our local guys go on to the next level and they make a name for themselves. And certainly I think that this kid's about to have a breakout year. A lot of people around the country are going to be talking about that lefty at the end of the season.
Well, I got to talk to him during Shelby's previous basketball season. He came back to watch the game, and they were scheduled before COVID to play Georgia in the Georgia Dome in the Kickoff Classic.
Yeah.
He was telling me he was extremely excited for that to be his first start. He's like, he was hoping college game to be there and everything. So, you know, a couple extra weeks of practice, of waiting because of COVID. Virginia Tech couldn't play, so they had to move the game back. They had to move the Duke game back to this weekend, but it's going to be exciting to see him play. And there's many other area athletes, Tyrell Ajon down at Kentucky, a couple other players, you know.
Jornell Mans may get an opportunity to do some things for Minnesota this season. Then at some of the lower levels, we've also got some football players definitely going to get some action in.
number 7, Molly Bitkusky. Number 11, Mackenzie Montenez.
So we're going through the starting lineups for both squads.
Lengthy
This is a
pregame
nice-
festivities out here, huh?
Yeah. Might as well get through everything today. And this is a nice pitch. I like this facility. It's the first time I've ever been here.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to our camera guy, Nick Jacobs, who actually we had to give a boost up on top of the trailer where he is filming our coverage from today. So, you know, by any means necessary, if we got a spider monkey our way to get the coverage for you guys, we'll do it to bring it live and free to you folks on the OH Report. There's a thumbs up from our camera guy.
And don't worry, no OSHA violations. This is a secure trailer, and if he were to fall through the roof, we'll catch him because we're right below him.
Absolutely. Just a short fall right into our laps.
As we are ready to go.
And right away, a big through ball for St. Peter's. As Heichel gets it up top, Maddie Yeager. Spartans doing a nice job of working it around, and then a shot on net here in the opening seconds. That from Vitcusky, but handled well by the keeper, Carasso, who Jason Dezurek told me before the match has certainly been the standout on this team. Solid each and every match for them throughout the contest, or throughout the season, I should say. So keep an eye on her to be a difference maker already with one save.
And pretty solid start for St. Peter's, you know, immediately attacking the Bucyrus zone. But Bucyrus with a nice counterattack right here. Sophie Lucas with it.
Yeah, turns it over though. Grace Dix coming up with the ball. Gets it forward now to Kyra Williams. Nice ball movement here by the Lady Spartans. And Bitkusky looking to get a one-on-one, going toe-to-toe with Eva Dezurek. Does a good job of stopping that attack from building.
Good job by the defenders from Bucyrus to get back and force a long shot there.
So that one again bouncing into the hands of the goalie, Carasso. St. Peter's very aggressive so far early in terms of shooting from distance.
Yeah, and sometimes you just got to shoot on net. Maybe you get a good bounce, maybe you get a deflection to another one of your teammates.
Lucas that time didn't have anybody with her trailing into the box.
Yeah, Carroll had a pretty solid match against Crestview. So there's an
And
offsides call.
yeah, that was not even close. Vacusky was probably about 7 yards offside. She's got to recognize that one. Easy call for the official. Now to Zurich off the restart. Nice feed, threads it through to her sister Teresa. But taken away. Throwing coming up here on the near side, Ashley Zender, lone senior on the squad. Keeps it down the line to the feet of Zurich. That's a name we're going to be saying a lot today. 3 sisters on this team, all coached by their father, Jason, who was with the boys program at Bucyrus for 5 years before coming over, actually helped start this program, now in their 3rd year of existence. And it's pretty unique, at least in our area. We don't have too many club soccer teams, so no soccer conference in the Northern 10. Thought that they would take a collection of some of the players in their local area, come together. It's working out.
Definitely. I mean, if you have kids that want to play soccer, might as well give them a chance, especially at the high school level. And you never know, this may help them down the line. You get a couple good players that are in the Crawford County area. Is that one?
Laid back off the turnover. That one put just
it's in
into the net. What a shot. Kendall Nolan from probably about 30 yards away threads the needle. So St. Peter's takes the early advantage.
Yeah, it went right back out to her, and she kind of used the pitching wedge on it, got it up in the air, and just underneath the bar and in, makes it 1-0.
And I don't think she could have tossed that in there. That was like a beanbag throw. So Bucyrus looking to get on the counter attack, see if they can answer with some type of an equalizer. As Lucas handles, draws a double team, lays it off. And now deflected as the Zurich tried to force it through. Poked out of bounds by Kat Bryant Wyndham, a freshman. It's had a good season. According to their head coach, Todd Heichel, been a pleasant surprise for them. Didn't know what they were going to get out of Kat at the start of the year. She stepped in, filled in as a solid starter.
Yeah, it was just a good job by her. Just kick it out of bounds, let your defense reset. Nearly a nice pass down the sideline. It could have opened up a fast break, but just out of the reach, out of bounds, to go to Bucyrus.
Lucas looking for options, being patient now on the cross, into traffic, able to get it to Shock. But the St. Peter's back line does a nice job of taking it away.
Even numbers here for St. Peter's. They can get it ahead.
And Bitkusky.
She's on sides.
Evidently, the shot,
what
though,
a save.
into the keeper. And wise decision there just to poke it out by Zender. Now here comes Kat. Bends it in, but scooped up by Carasso.
So the 5th shot on goal already by the Lady Spartans. Now Bucyrus on the counterattack.
Zender finds the Zurich. Now Sophie Lucas, who easily has been the most active offensive weapon so far for Bucyrus. Can't get enough on that one for the cross.
Yeah, Bucyrus just needs a. They're getting some offensive pieces going, but if they can get everybody going at once, they're going to be able to get a good attack here on the St. Peter's defense. So about 8 minutes gone by here.
And a throw in on the far sideline coming up for the Lady Spartans. Heichel dishes it in, gets it to Yeager. Nice feed. Here's Vitcusky.
Nice defense.
Yeah, swarming to the play that time was Zender.
And Zurich. Good job by them to keep the ball from even reaching the goalie.
Williams out wide, left foot shot. Sails out to the left side from Yeager. So we'll have a goal kick on the way. Eva Zurich will handle the duties. Gives it to Zender. Foot race, won by Vacusky. Now lays it back for Wyndham. Wyndham makes a nice play. She sends the cross. Chests it down. And a shot. And another save. Crosso's been very busy as most of the action has taken place so far in the St. Peter's attacking third.
Yeah, already 5 saves for her. As St. Peter's with an early offensive barrage leading 1-0.
Montenez with a deep throw in. Bryant Wyndham with the pressure, and she's going to earn a throw in as she sends it off of the defender Zender.
Nice cross, but into the net. It's a good idea there by St. Peter's, just a little bit offline.
They've definitely been active on the attack. Keeping that high pressure as everybody for them, with the exception of the keeper, beyond midfield right now. So that high press right now is working out as Maddie Heichel can't keep that one on frame.
6 shots on goal for St. Peter's, 8 of them total shots. So we are under 30 minutes left here in the first half.
Great defensive stop there by Katrina Zurich, as at the other end of that could have been Bitkusky. And you see 4 St. Peter's defenders back. That's Kaya Wentz looking to reverse the field. Hooks up with Montanez. She sends it forward. Going to let Kat Bryant Wyndham try to catch up with it, but it'll trickle into the 18.
So St. Peter's continues this attack on offense.
Katrina sends it out wide. Going to let Avelina Schock chase after it. Wentz being patient, makes a move, good turn. Being pressured, and she's able to split the double team. Well done. That one just booted out by Rizzo.
So Bucyrus with a little bit of offensive life right now. Only down 1-0 too. All it takes is just one good offensive possession to get back into this. That and the fact there's over 60 minutes left in the match as well.
Yeah, they got time on their side. Goal kick on the way from Rizzo. Big, strong leg. And the Bucyrus defense really pushed forward out of position.
Yeah, that was a perfect boot there down the left side. Sets up a 4-on-4 now.
Yeager weaving her way through the defense. Loads up with the left. Ricochets off of the keeper, and Carasso able to scoop it up.
So that ball pinballed too. It was a good job by her to get in front of that and keep this a 1-0 score.
Stepping up, Kaya Wentz with the big boot, and an opportunity here for Kat on the sprint.
It just cleared out by the keeper. She was outside of the boxes. She couldn't pick it up. All she could do is just boot it out of the way. But that was the only play she could make too, because Kat was on the prowl there.
Another deep throw in coming up for St. Pete's. Correction, the official says that that was deflected off of the Spartans. Sender looking for options. Gets it to Katrina. And she's got Teresa to Zurich. Mackenzie trying to work the sideline. Should get another opportunity at it. Quickly on the restart. Nice throw.
Kind of caught the Bucyrus defense off guard. Got behind him. Another shot on goal.
Vitcusky doing a nice job of cutting that one. But the keeper in solid position again.
Well, Bucyrus has a chance here.
Here comes Lucas looking to turn the corner.
She has nobody up with her, however, and just flicks her first shot on goal for Bucyrus.
Gray sticks, showing some nice hustle.
That would have been a perfect setup if she had somebody coming down the middle, but she was too fast for her offense and outran everybody.
And that's the second time we've seen that tonight where Lucas has had a step. She's went for the cross and just hasn't had anybody available on the other end. Just about at the midway point here of half number one. If you're just joining us, senior day here at Pat Curran High School Soccer Field. 5 12th graders on the roster for St. Peter's.
Oof.
There's one of them right there. Montenez had a good shot at it, just a step behind.
Yeah, that was a near perfect cross, but once again, just a step too much.
Charging in to steal the ball, Zender.
And here comes Lucas again.
Yeah, feeds
She
her out
does
wide.
have somebody down the middle this time. Can she get the cross, though?
Looking to set it up for the right foot. Tried to make a move, but Julia Rizzo comes up with the
Textbook
theft.
play.
That was nice. Mihaela Booth, who just checked in, playing some solid minutes here at the defensive side.
Bucyrus has numbers. They can get ahead. But Wentz back there just in time to kick it away. So Bucyrus showing some life now on offense.
I think it's interesting to see Kaya back on that left outside backer role. Last year, I believe she was the top goal scorer for them as a freshman. So changing positions and being a difference maker for them in a new variety of ways.
And that's just called being a team player. I mean, you have some kids maybe, don't like the fact that they're moving back there because they won't have the opportunity to score some goals, but just the fact that makes the team better for her being back there. That's just awesome that she decided to go with that plan.
Dangerous play coming out of the
Ooh, what
net,
a
and
corner.
they'll make them pay. Molly Vacusky, the leading scorer for St. Peter's. She puts one into the back of the net here on senior day. So 2-0 now in favor, the Lady Spartans. Just under 23 minutes to play here in this opening half.
That was such a pretty goal. It broke her scoreboard.
Yeah, and that was a risky play. One of the few mistakes we've seen here early from Carasso, coming out without buddies behind her for backup support.
10 shots on goal already for St. Peter's compared to 1 from Bucyrus.
They have controlled pretty much all of the pace in the action so far here early in this game.
Yeah, just those 3 attempts by Lucas down the left side for Bucyrus, but all St. Peter's other than that.
Bucyrus has shown flashes. Their problem is
one
they haven't
here.
been able to capitalize. But here's Lucas, left foot, puts it right at the keep.
I think she was feeling the pressure from the defense there. She probably would have liked to taken a couple more dribbles before taking that shot on goal, but sometimes you got to take with what you're given. Offsides on St. Peter's.
And they're very aggressive in the attack. I believe they're playing with 3 forwards here and constantly with the press. And it's put Bucyrus out of position quite a few times and allowed for all the shot attempts, as you alluded to, Travis, playing with so many offensive threats.
So that one kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for St. Peter's.
Kyra Williams trying to connect with Montenez. See if she targets her again.
And another offsides.
Actually, I think a legal throw was the call. You don't see that very often at the varsity level. So it gives possession over to Bucyrus. Here's Teresa Zurich.
She has Lucas to her right. Can she get it to her? Just behind her.
Yeah, a couple yards behind target that time. Punched out by Zurich. So another throw in here on the near side.
Just under 20 minutes left here in the first half. 2-0 St. Peter's.
Kyra Williams getting in some good practice here on her throw-ins on the near side of the field. Now Montenez.
Oh, nice move.
Yeah, great play to beat Zender. Got one more to beat, and this one off target with the shot. She had some options charging in on the back post. Would have liked to have seen that shot probably go more that direction.
Yeah, she got too much of the left side of the ball off the kick. Knocked it in the wrong direction. Nonetheless, St. Peter's still deep in Bucyrus' zone.
Yeager gets double teamed, has her pocket picked. But now Vitcusky into the 18. Cleared by Bucyrus. Here comes Wentz. Dashing through the middle of the field. Looking to go all the
Nice
way, but a nice
defense.
defensive effort by Katrina.
And once again, 2 solid defensive plays there to clear it back to midfield. Michaela Booth there with some solid defense for St. Peter's.
Good turn. Way to use the body there by Montenez. I don't have an official count, but over the last 5 minutes, I think we've seen double-digit throw-ins from right in front of the trailer here.
Yeah, and that's just been Bucyrus trying to clear the ball out. But this back line of St. Peter's really keeping Bucyrus from setting up any type of offense.
Yeager ricocheted off of the shot attempt. Heiler was in the way. Spartans looking to stay on the attack. Rizzo from outside.
That's deflected safely away from the goal. So it's safe to say, Brian, that at least early on, St. Peter's much in control of this one.
Bucyrus has really struggled to clear, get it out of their end, and, you know, their midfielders aren't very active. There's a lot of standing around. They need to be able to funnel it through them to try to get on the offensive attack. And so far, this girl right here, Sophie Lucas, is about the one bright spot that's been trying to carry for them on the offensive load. Good feed for Montenez. Brings it back. She's done that a couple of times here today. I mean, look at all the options unguarded for St. Peter's. Yeager's got a day and a half to set up that shot attempt. Got some good velocity on it. Not on target, though. But as much of a high press as St. Peter's is playing, these Bucyrus midfielders, I mean, they got to get back and cover somebody. It doesn't do you any good to stand and watch.
Definitely.
Cardinal sin in soccer is to let an offensive player get behind you. Montenez off the cross.
Once again finds the back of the goal.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times so far.
You do have to hand it to the Bucyrus defense, though, the defenders, as they've really kept this game at least within reach right now. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Bucyrus not out of this by any stretch, as much as they have been dominated here. I mean, that's a great point. The defense has done a good job, and I would say probably more miscues than anything by St. Peter's with some of these opportunities that they've had. Unguarded men out there. I mean, they got to get a few more shots on frame and make Carasso work a little bit harder. Here's a chance for a counterattack. Bucyrus gets it to the middle, and here comes Lucas.
She has
called offsides. And it looked like she was about a step beyond the defender, so good call by the official.
And you know what, that looked like that was going to be a good offensive attack, too, for Bucyrus. They had 2 wings to the left and right.
And that's going to be the way that they're going to have to beat St. Peter's. As many offensive players as they are playing with, it's going to be those quick counterattacks. Can they get it to the feet of Lucas and get her on the dead sprint? That time was about as close as they've been here in recent minutes. Yeager boots that one over top. So another goal kick on the way.
As we approach 13 minutes left here in half number 1.
Kyra gets us to the middle, set up Vitcusky, back out wide, and that's going to trickle over the end line. And I just noticed, I don't believe that Bucyrus has any subs.
No.
I think they just have 11 players on the roster, so these girls are going to get in their morning cardio today.
Most definitely, and games like these will make them better. No subs that come off, so you have to play the full 80. And this is a young squad from Bucyrus. They have a chance here.
Lucas like to see that first touch more towards net as she rips this shot, but it is handled by Carroll. First good lick, I'd say, on frame so far for Bucyrus.
You got a solid shot off there. Maybe just a little force from Grace Dix, who was able to get back there and cause that shot, but solid effort.
And this is basically like a quasi-corner kick as the defense just completely allows Montenez to set it up. Victoria Heiler maybe thought that it went out of bounds. Now here's Lucas.
Nice pass.
To Zurich. Tried to get the give and go with Lucas, but taken away by Dix.
And they'll be knocked out of bounds and go to St. Peter's.
So St. Pete's basically living in the offensive attacking third here for the bulk majority of these first 30 minutes of the match. Miss on the volley attempt there by Zurich. Now pressures Kat Bryant Wyndham, who just checked back in.
Good play on the ball, but a foul called.
And that collision draws the whistle. It's going to go against Grace Dix. So this is a break for Bucyrus. At least a chance to flip the field.
It allows them to really set their offense up for the first time today. Most of their offense coming from breakaways. So, see what they can do here.
Katrina sends a nice ball if it stays in play.
Just out of bounds, but it'll stay with Bucyrus.
Don't tell Kat that. Try to pull a fast one on the referee.
And they said the throw-in was, she stepped on the line, so.
Tough break for Bucyrus.
That throw-in will come back to Bucyrus.
Rough first touch there by Eva Zurich ends the offensive threat, at least momentarily, for the kids in white. Nice job stepping to the ball for Heiler. Winning possession back for Bucyrus. Schlegel out wide. She's got Chirac, but taken away by Wentz.
St. Peter's with numbers.
Kaya being patient now, she sends. Wyndham gets to it. She crosses into traffic. Another nice build-up. Carasso dodges a bit of a bullet there.
Shot number 11 on goal.
That
by
one
the
all set
Spartans.
up by this girl right here, Kaya Wentz, who, as I mentioned, I mean, she was a heck of an offensive threat last year. I covered a match where she had a hat trick. Now relegated to more of a defensive role, as that was a good battle won right there by Lucas. Looked like Katrina Dezurek was going to be content just to push it out of play, but the hustle of Vitcusky keeps it alive. But goodness, from this right side, just by my count, that's probably 7 times that St. Peter's has done that, where they cannot get the shot on frame.
Yeah, just unable to get that angle to cross it. You have to think something Coach Heichel will discuss with them in about 7 minutes at halftime.
I'd imagine he's got to be mostly pleased, but with the way that they've basically dominated the action down here, just having 2 goals, I think would probably be a bit of a disappointment for the coaching staff. Here comes Kat, loading one.
Just over the net.
Yeah, side spinner. Had some good bend on that ball. Kat with the first touch, wins the 50-50 ball, lays it back. Yeager sets up her left foot,
Woo!
and she's got a goal. Maddie Yeager from downtown. Smack that thing from about Park Avenue. And the Lady Spartans, now with a trio of goals, take a commanding edge here in this first half.
Yeah, it's St. Peter's really kicking it in from distance. A couple really nice goals.
And I like that. I like the strategy. They've tried to do it a number of times today. They've just been off target, probably one too many times than I'm sure the players and the coaching staff would like. But when they've been on frame, I mean, we've seen a couple of really nice kicks. Another solid one there from Yeager. And quickly on the counterattack, St. Peter's got
That's a
something
nice
to developing
pass.
once again. Here comes Montenez, pressured, and take it away. Ashley Zender, the senior, showing
Comes out
some
of
nice
nowhere
guts.
to get that deflection out of the way too. So nice job by her.
Cat
There's the cross.
crosses, just out of range there for Maddie Heichel, who was charging in.
And that's pretty much the idea that St. Peter's has wanted to do from that right side. Finally able to convert on it, but just out of reach.
Sure. Yeah, the back post is typically, that's the spot that you want to aim for if you're going to go with a cross or, even a shot from that side. And they've gone near post over and over again and been off target. So good build up that time and, a better placement with that cross. Spartans' offensive onslaught continues. Bucyrus with a careless turnover there. And now they will clear. But Lucas has it stripped away. Bit of sloppy play right now. Turnover after turnover.
1-on-4, now 2-on-4 for Bucyrus, but easily taken away.
And you don't want to attack that back left side. Kaya Wentz has been flawless here today. Every time that she's been locked up in a one-on-one situation or an offensive player has gone at her, she has won that battle.
That's why you've seen most of the times that Bucyrus has been able to get it deep into the St. Peter's zone. It's been down the far left side with Lucas and her speed.
And here she is now. had it deflected. Josephine Reef, freshman, able to get her foot out. Here's another freshman, Kat, zips it in. Swallowed up, though. Carasso handles this one.
Her 10th save already.
Kaya with the one-on-one. She loads up from way out. Easy save opportunity there for Liv. Heichel crosses. She's got Montenez.
The goalkeeper able to pounce on it, however.
Living dangerously at times here in this first half, Liv Carasso. But sometimes you got to take chances. I mean, when you're tested this many times over the first 35 minutes, you're going to have to make some decisions every now and again that puts you in some compromising situations.
Take things into your own hands, pretty much.
And you see all the effort plays are going to St. Peter's, and understandably Bucyrus is short-handed, so they can't push themselves to the full maximum gear the whole time. But also, I'd like to see a little bit more activity from the midfielders, because that's where the game is really being lost for them. Just about every time St. Peter's wants to feed it through the middle, they're able to get it in there and get it to an offensive attacking player.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to start their transition. Instead of standing at midfield, really have to move about 10, 15 yards towards your own goal to really help start that transition.
Look at the speed, the burst from Montenez to win that ball. Carasso out of the net a little bit. She was a little bit cavalier with her position. So catching a bit of a break, the St. Peter's drew that whistle. So we're down to about the 2-minute mark here. This opening half been all St. Pete's. How about that move?
Nice move. Ooh.
That Sophie Lucas just chucked to the floor. I don't think Maddie Yeager was impressed with that nice move where she just zipped around her friend. So we've got 1 minute to play. See if Bucyrus can develop some type of offense. Lucas looking to break into the 18. Takes a push.
Was that it in the box?
Yeah, I think Julia Rizzo is going to be whistled for the shove, but the question is, was it inside the 18? It looks like it was. So this is a great opportunity for Bucyrus with under a minute to go here to trim down the deficit. If they can go into the break down just 2, that'd be a monumental accomplishment. So a big spot here for Alyssa Carroll.
And the fact that it's been Bucyrus' best player.
Lucas, stutter steps, now fires over the
just
top.
Over net.
Man, what a blown opportunity there for Bucyrus. And that is senior day for the Lady Spartans. They've had a lot to smile about. Also a lot to talk about here at the half, though they're leading it 3-0. You are watching girls high school soccer on the OH Report. It's halftime here at Pat Curran High School Soccer Field, where St. Peter's right now owns a 3-0 advantage over visiting Bucyrus on Senior Day. And as we look at the tail of the tape, boy, it has been all Spartans in terms of developing offense. 14 shots on goal in that first half, and very, very busy was keeper Liv Carasso on the other side, who's done a pretty good job for Bucyrus, keeping them in the match. Certainly not out of it, trailing just 3-0, but certainly St. Peter's dictated a lot of the pace there in the first 40.
Yeah, and you know what? This could have been a much higher score hadn't it been for the right side play of St. Peter's. A lot of those crosses, like we were talking about before the break, going in behind the net instead of in front of the net, which could have given them a lot more of the scoring chances. That shot on goal total could have been up towards 20 if it would have been for that. As for Bucyrus, really needed to get that PK right before the break.
Yeah, that could have been key for them, and I think give them like a morale boost, like, hey, guys, we are only down 2, even though we have basically lived on our defensive end of the field. So, a bit of a blown opportunity for Sophie Lucas off of the penalty kick there, not even getting it on frame and an opportunity to get some type of a rebound or something. Goals so far in the first half coming from 3 different feet. Kendall Nolan started things off, the junior, put St. Peter's up 1-0. Then Molly Vitcusky, the senior, got in on the action, the leading scorer, added to her season total. And then Maddie Yeager, a deep bomb, got St. Peter's up 3-0, which is where we're at right now as we are getting ready for second half action. And boy, I'll tell you what, Travis, you cannot ask for any more beautiful weather than we have had basically this whole week.
Oh, definitely. It's been perfect. It's the fall that we haven't had in the last 2 years because we've gone from summer to pretty much winter. But this week it actually feels like fall weather, and I hope we get this for the next couple weeks for not just for soccer out here, but for high school football, the start of the playoffs there, and when tournament time comes around for here. But this is perfect. I think we should go out on the golf links after this.
Well, I'd love to, Travis. Unfortunately, we have Saturday Pigskin show to do, or at least I do. We're down Eric Will today, who, as mentioned, he is in Virginia today watching Brendan Armstrong play.
I guess I'll help fill in then, yeah.
But maybe, well, gosh, tomorrow, too, I've got AAU basketball. But we will hit the links eventually
I'm
soon.
actually in a golf tournament tomorrow, a golf scramble.
Ooh,
so
where's that at?
It's at Oak Tree.
My favorite course in the area.
It's about 3 minutes from my apartment, so great course.
Bucyrus will get the first touch here.
Yeah, enough talk about golf. Let's get back to the game in hand here.
And for Bucyrus, I think the second half has to be about, just having some fun, man. Like getting some more offensive possessions here. Now that it's the second 40 minutes, I know it's easy for me to say when they have no subs out there, but maybe a little bit more hustle and fight. Going toe-to-toe with the St. Peter's, who I think clearly the 11 that they have on the field, they probably have the advantage of about 9 different of the positions. So for Bucyrus, it's got to be about the want to. It's got to be about the drive and the passion, because they are certainly outmanned here on the road.
Yeah, you want to see Bucyrus win in the effort category. Just
because that's their only chance.
Even if this ends 3-0, you won the second half. You tied the second half. Try and, cut this into 2 halves. I mean, they're a club team. I don't even know if they're eligible to play in the tournament. I don't think they are. So, it's just about getting better for this squad.
And for St. Peter's here on Senior Day, an opportunity for these 12th graders to show out, add to their season totals. And they should have plenty of opportunities if history repeats itself from half number 1. Kat with a nice first touch there, bringing it down to her feet. She feeds it middle. Montenez has to backtrack a bit. Now back out wide to Kat. Opportunity to flip the script here. Counter-attack, Sophie Lucas. Deliberate with that attempt, sends it to Teresa de Zurich down the near side. But you see, you can't test Kaya Wentz. Just too good, man.
Just been locked down on this side.
Here's a good chance here for Bucyrus. And so with as few attempts as they've had here offensively, kind of surprises me how far back the midfielders are playing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Really only pressing 3-4 players up. See if those players can deliver for him. As Schlegel locked up in a battle on the far side with Reef. Now St. Peter's takes it away. Montenez trying to stay onside and does. Easy play for Wentz here, taking her time. Using her body to try to shield off Sophie Lucas, who wins that battle. First time that we've seen Wentz lose a one-on-one.
Well, you know, blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Are you calling Sophie Lucas a blind squirrel?
No.
She definitely has the effort and the energy like a squirrel.
She does.
The way that she moves. So maybe that's a fair comparison.
Yeah.
Just with seeing eyeballs.
Yeah. We've come to this part of the match, Brian. We have seen Bucyrus, 5 minutes in, I think a good 3.5 minutes, Bucyrus has kept it in that offensive end.
Yeah, this is definitely about the most sustained momentum that she's had, that this team has had so far in this match. As Carroll has to come off of the line.
And that was a good idea there by Lucas, advancing it. She did have two forwards going towards the ball, but just once again out of the reach. And I've said that a lot.
Now on the run, counterattack, looking to make a move. Vacusky, pressured by de Zurich. Now she wins it, sends it through the hands of the keeper, volleyed up. It's up for grabs, and at least momentarily, Bucyrus will clear from Eva de Zurich.
And now we have a stoppage.
Yeah, I think whistling a handball there, so free kick, set piece opportunity for St. Peter's from this distance.
The Lady Spartans nearly made that 4-0. Rizzo on the free kick.
Julia sends one, bends it right to left. Misplayed by Carasso, but she's able to get on top of it. And great to see Julia Rizzo out here performing this season. Got injured her knee in the very first game last year and was forced to sit out for basically the entire duration of her junior season.
It's good to see her back, though, play her full senior season.
And this has been a good battle here for the first few minutes. Wentz going toe-to-toe with Sophie Lucas. But Kaya, arguably the best foot skills on the pitch here today. Nice flick by Sophie.
Yeah, it's been a good matchup. The best forward from Bucyrus, the best defender from St. Peter's, going toe-to-toe this whole match.
Heichel observes. Tried to make a move. Good pressure by Evita Zurich.
So Bucyrus will get the throw in.
Lofts that one. Battle for possession. A little swarm of players there.
A little misplay.
Chance here for Shock. Try to get it to the feet of Lucas. I think she extended the arm there. Sophie will draw the whistle.
That's a no-no multiple sports. It's pass interference in football, a foul in soccer, a foul in basketball.
Just can't, as soon as you extend that arm and it goes into the defender or the offensive player, I mean, you can almost guarantee that whistle's going to come up if you try to create separation in that manner.
Bucyrus with a chance here.
Teresa sends back posts. No problem for Carroll. So one of the few shots on net here in the game for Bucyrus.
Their fourth.
But they've looked significantly better here in the second half. Matter of fact, they've handled a lot of the offensive threat here.
And that's just a testament of those midfielders finally backing up.
Nice play to come off of the end line by Carasso.
So Coach Zurich really got through to his players at halftime, and they've really picked up the effort.
And like we talked about 10 minutes ago, I mean, that's really all that you can ask when you're outmatched here on the road, no subs. Heck, you only got 40 minutes, and then you get the rest of the afternoon off to kick back and relax. May as well give it everything you got.
What's that saying in the movie The Water Boy? Can't hold anything back now.
I mean, you only get one opportunity to play the match.
Yeah.
Once it's over, are you going to have regrets? Or are you going to know that you did everything that you could to try to help your team win? Ball up for grabs. Chance here for the Lady Spartans as they lay it back. Kendall Nolan. And broken up. Counterattack. Building for Bucyrus.
They have equal numbers here.
Lucas trying to be patient. That's a nice through ball. Try to get it to Avelina Shock.
But guess who on defense?
Oh, number one. Nice turn that time. Yeah, this one-on-one between 1 and 1, that's definitely been the matchup to be featured and showcased here in the second half.
That was a lot of ones you said, Brian.
Now here's number 1-1 with the ball. Sends it forward for Maddie Heichel. Bucyrus's back line has been pretty solid, honestly.
They have been. Really haven't had much help early on, but now, like I said, with the midfielders backing up a little bit, adding onto that defense, it's pretty much shut down. I mean, Bucyrus, St. Peter's both only one shot each here on goal, so more of an even first 10 minutes of the second half.
If you are just joining us, it was a 3-0 deficit for Bucyrus at the break.
Bucyrus did have a golden chance to get on the board as time was running out in the first half on a PK, but that shot just over the net. Here on a beautiful Saturday morning at Pat Curran High School Soccer Field in Mansfield. Or I'd have to say afternoon now. As we approach about 28 minutes left here in the match.
Bucyrus has done well to hold their own here in half number 2. After St. Peter's, I mean, they really commanded all of the action in the first half.
14 shots on goal. And many more attempts with those crosses that went out of bounds.
Katrina being patient, looking for some options. She's got a couple here. Avelina, bit rushed with that one. Now Kaya, gonna send it back to the keep. Carroll misplayed that a bit. Won't cost him. Cat to the middle, threads it through. Vacusky, shot.
And once
wide.
again, wide right. So St. Peter's with a case of the shanks today, especially on that right side. Just not able to get that foot around far enough to the right of the ball to, aim it more towards the goal.
And most of them have been unforced shanks, if you will. Not much pressure on the offensive shots. So perhaps something to work on for St. Pete's as we get closer to tournament time. And again, Lady Spartans will work it back to Carroll, who turns it over, gives it to Teresa de Zurich. She sends it forward to Schlegel.
Oh.
And she thought that maybe she got bumped off of her line.
They're going to call off sides.
So her and Grace Dix were pretty much stride for stride. But the call goes against Bucyrus. Nice ball movement right now for St. Peter's. And as I say that, Kyra Williams loses the handle. Ball sent out wide for Raven Sharrock. But Reeve gets there first. So a throw-in on the far side. We haven't seen many throw-ins over there. They've interestingly been a lot right in front of us.
Yeah, giving our cameraman, Nick Jacobs, a lot of work down here in front of his camera. But, I think other than Lucas for Bucyrus, team speed definitely has to be on the side of St. Peter's.
Yeah, that's been on full display here.
That shot kicked away. Approaching midway through the second half. And an even played second half, Brian.
Yeah, it has been. I would almost argue that Bucyrus has a slight advantage in terms of the overall activity. I've liked their pace. They've been much more patient and disciplined here.
Much better effort, too.
And the energy, that's definitely what stands out to me. Is I thought in the first half that there were a few opportunities, certainly within the midfield, where they allowed St. Peter's to just have all the space that they wanted. So they've done a better job here of closing down some of those passing lanes, attacking, and getting after the St. Peter's offensive attack. And that's why they've had the ball a lot more here in their attacking third.
Bucyrus trying to advance it down the left side, but like I said, with that team speed, St. Peter's easily able to cut that off.
Here comes
And right
Schlegel
as I say
off the
that-
cross. Shock. Foot race. She brings it
That's a
back out.
smart
She's got
play.
options. Deflected off the shot from Lucas, and St. Pete's clears.
But that was a smart play by her. Instead of a really errant shot trying to turn around, shoot it on goal, she dribbled it back out, got it out front for another opportunity, but St. Peter's able to kick it away.
Wentz off the throw. Williams trying to force a through ball. And we're going to get an offsides call, I believe, against St. Pete's. So Katrina off the restart. Took one of her teammates off guard there. Wasn't expecting it. A turnover there by Kaya.
Yeah, just an errant pass right there. Trying to force a breakaway, but Bucyrus there for it.
I think Lucas may have been offsides when that pass was sent,
We're
but
going to
there
have
was
our
no
first
whistle.
corner kick of the game. Or of the match, I should say.
So we'll see what type of strategy Bucyrus has here off the corner. Looks like Lucas will handle the duties.
She's shown she has the kicking power from her first couple shots.
6 players inside the box for Bucyrus.
Most of them lined up back post. And that's a good ball. Just
Yeah, it was sent to the
misplayed.
middle right at Schlegel. She just wasn't ready for it. Hit her like right in the arm.
Just a little bit out of position, but really nice ball there by Lucas on the corner.
Good deflection as Zender came up for the pressure. That one out of bounds from Yeager. So the kids in white will maintain possession. Teresa drops off to Lucas.
And you know what? This Bucyrus squad, they're kind of intriguing to me because they're from multiple schools, homeschooled as well. When you have St. Peter's, everybody, they're in school together. They're building that camaraderie, going to practice and all that stuff. But for Bucyrus, you don't see them in school. Some teammates do, but then you come to practice and that's it. You don't see. It's not like a summer league where you go to each other's houses and stuff like that during the day. So Bucyrus. It's just intriguing to me,
Certainly, yeah. Kids come from Winford, Bucyrus, Colonel Crawford, Buckeye Central, then a homeschool player. So like you mentioned, they don't have the same type of camaraderie.
Not a lot of team building opportunities outside of just practice and games.
Carasso came way out of net. Now she backtracks and is able to handle that shot from Kat.
So that was an interesting play, but works out for Bucyrus.
Yeah, I liked her decision making. She was aggressive.
Yeah, I like
attacked,
the aggressiveness.
And then I realized, well, might want to get back and protect my goal.
And went to the exact right place where the ball was coming to. That was a tough pass.
Handled, though, by Wentz off the volley here. Spun up, takes a hop near midfield.
Once again, Bucyrus just controlling the play. You'll see St. Peter's every once in a while get one or two opportunities down on their end, but it's been mostly Bucyrus.
It's been mostly Sophie Lucas handling the pressure up top.
By far the best player on this Bucyrus squad and one of the best out here on the pitch. And her matchup with Wentz just one of the best we've seen this season, I think.
It's been fun.
One-on-one.
Here she is again. Just bullets one out wide, trying to let Avelina Schock make something happen. Wentz
wow.
with the nutmeg. You don't see that too often.
Oh, wow.
Just playing with kids out here. And Kaya is just so confident in her ability. You see she's patient. She knows how to use her body, shield off the defender Schock. Then she makes a nice pass there after she gets by a couple of would-be defensive players.
And just her reaction to each situation on a whim.
Yeah, she's got a lot of ability very clearly. And, you know, maybe the left defensive backer spot is a good role for her because clearly she's got the green light. Anytime that she wants to carry, coach isn't telling her to drop back or anything, so she can go at defenders and try to get into the attacking third. There she is disrupting that play. Clock down to 17 minutes to play here. No scores in the second half. As Bucyrus has been much more competitive here over the last 23 minutes and change. St. Peter's very dominant through the first 40. They've cooled off a bit here.
And I don't know if that's just them sitting on a 3-goal lead, maybe, you know, feeling comfortable about that, or I personally believe it's just the effort from Bucyrus has been much better than the first half.
Yeah, it's picked up. We'll see what kind of guts they have here over about the last 15.
Especially with them only with 11 players, so no substitutions. You got to gut it out all 40 without a break.
Nice bit of speed displayed there by Julia Rizzo.
But she had two Bucyrus players right on her. A nice slide tackle.
Yeah, that was a beauty.
And a rare throw-in on the opposite end.
Katrina Dzurek showing some impressive effort. Now look at all the space for Yeager. Didn't measure that pass very well, disrupted. And a throw-in coming up for the Spartans.
So under 15 minutes left here in the match. St. Peter's up 3.
Lucas with the flick forward.
As this match completes another busy week on the OH Report of live streams.
Yeah, I don't even know how many we did.
We did, let's see, 2 volleyball matches on Monday, I believe, or Tuesday. It was 2 on Tuesday. We did a soccer matchup at Magnificat on Wednesday. We did 3 live streams and a highlight on Thursday.
Ooh.
There's a nice save there.
5 broadcasts last night for football.
And then
Another one today, and then
a
we'll
highlight.
have Madison Lady Rams' big match today against Anthony Wayne.
Lucas has a chance here. And once again, I think if she had a couple extra dribbles there, she felt the defense coming on, maybe was rushed a little bit, but if she had a couple more dribbles, I think she could have had a really legit shot on goal.
Yeah, I'd like to see Sophie at least take one more touch with that one before she lines up and shoots from 18 yards out. Because especially with her speed and the fact that she's a little bit smaller in stature, if you take that into the box, it forces the defender to try to make a decision. Do I fully pressure and go body to body with her. So I think, yeah, a little bit rushed that time.
And she has the upper hand there. So maybe take a couple extra dribbles, and if that defender goes into you, most likely they're going to call a foul. You're going to get a PK.
So we'll get, I believe, our first substitution here the second half as Maddie Heichel's going to check in. Kyra Williams going to get a deserved rest. Been active in the midfield today. Bullet down the far side, and looks like perhaps fatigue is starting to set in for Bucyrus. I saw nobody in a white jersey want to move forward for that one.
Yeah, I think you're seeing it a little bit with St. Peter's too. Like you said, we just saw our first substitution. So both squads, it is getting a little warm out there too. Temperature is supposed to be around 80 degrees today. So St. Peter's with the 3-goal lead, the heat kicking in, and then Bucyrus just playing really solid, playing all out for that first 15, 20 minutes of the half has started to set in with fatigue.
Cat crosses. Nobody home in a blue jersey.
So Cat just trying to create offense there, trying to get across, but nothing doing.
Zurich tried to clear it. Instead, she finds Kendall Nolan. Didn't get much behind that one. Off the drop kick, it lands right at the feet of Maddie Heichel. To Nolan. Now Yeager. Dropped off, lots of space, but then the space closes up as Victoria Heiler came over with the pressure and the turnover.
Yeah, that back defensive line of Bucyrus probably thanking their midfielders and forwards for this half because there's only been, I believe, 2 shots on goal for St. Peter's compared to 14 in that first half.
Yeah, they've done much better here in the second half, limiting the number of good quality shot attempts by St. Peter's. And that one, a lot of velocity from Rizzo as she set it up for the left foot. Just a bit too tall.
Yeah, it was the right idea. Start peppering in some shots on goal here in the second half. Never know what will happen. Just got under it a little too much, though. So under 10 minutes left here in the match. Some Saturday morning, afternoon football. And it's hard to believe, Brian, but we're getting close to tournament time soccer-wise, too.
Yeah, we're in the last couple of weeks.
You know, everybody's been talking about the shortened football season, but still got soccer going on as well, and conference races are being determined now. I know we have the Mid-Buckeye Conference tournament coming up with the likes of Mansfield Christian and Crestview, who are
just played to
the
a
favorites.
Scoreless tie the other night. I mean, that was you know, it seems boring when you watch the highlight, but for the people that I talked to over there that were at the match said that it was a heck of a physical battle, and just nobody wanted to make a mistake.
And just especially the way that Crestview finished their season last year with Mansfield Christian pulling the upset in the district semifinal. You know, Crestview probably had that bitter taste in their mouth, and although Mansfield Christian a much better squad than last year, despite them winning that game, it's going to be a battle when they meet again. And, you know, it might be 2 or 3, maybe 2 more times that they two meet.
Yeah, certainly last year Mansfield Christian dropped both regular season matches. If you consider the Mid-Buckeye tournament game a regular season match. And then got that sweet, sweet revenge in the tournament. And I think just about any coach would take that over winning the 2 regular season games.
Oh, definitely. You know what? That's what we had that discussion with Magnificat's head coach on Wednesday, where he said, would we rather go 8-8 and play a lot of tough competition and make it to a regional, or would we rather go 16-0 in the regular season and lose in the first round?
Here's a nice build-up, Haley Schlegel. And then the pressure got to her. Good hustle by Dix.
Bucyrus out shooting St. Peter's here in the second half.
And that looked like that was going to be a clear breakaway, so you like to see the speed from your defenders to be able to catch up on the play. Spartans had 2 that time.
Yeah, and that, once again, the team speed from St. Peter's outside of Lucas for Bucyrus really proving lethal for that squad.
And that's a good, heady veteran play there by Lucas to put it off of the defender, set up a corner kick opportunity here. The second one here in the second half for Bucyrus.
And you know what? Other than this, the second corner kick here by Bucyrus, a really cleanly played game by both sides.
That ball in, able to find Teresa.
Back to
Puts
Lucas.
it back out. Here's Lucas. Shot.
Oh, just in front of the post. She did have one forward going towards the net, but just a split second too late for the header.
That was good placement, and that's where you'd like to see on the back post there, maybe Raven Chirac. And as we approach the 5-minute mark, if you're Bucyrus, I'd probably unload the tank just in terms of maybe pressing forward, only leave one defender back. Do everything you can to try to get a goal here. Don't want to get shut out. At least it's always been my philosophy. What does it matter if you lose 15-0 or 3-0? A loss is a loss.
I've actually called at my alma mater college, called a couple soccer matches there.
Nice build, but
Oof.
Lucas just didn't connect with it probably the way she wanted.
But I've called a couple matches where late in the match, it's a 1 or 2 goal game. They pull the goalie all the way up the play forward.
And I love it, because why not? I mean, hello, you play to win the game. If you're behind on the scoreboard, let's go after and get a few goals. That's the whole point. That's what you're out here to accomplish.
Exactly.
That's the mission.
And especially with a club team like Bucyrus, you don't get a chance to play in the tournament.
They actually wasn't able to produce their schedule. I'm not really even sure what other competition they really get throughout the year. As Lucas chases this one down, and she's going to earn another corner kick.
I'm really loving the play of Lucas today. And I don't need the Cubs either.
Yeah, a bit of a letdown for the Lucas Cubs last night. I think that final score shocked just about everyone.
Was it a letdown, or was it just Shelby saying, hey, OH report guys, we're better than you think?
You going to pick against us at home? Well placed. Just don't love the activity of Bucyrus. On their 3 corner kicks, I don't think
Not a lot of
their
movement.
girls really know what to do with them. I think we're getting a
We're gonna
PK
get
situation
PK,
here,
yeah.
Travis. It might have been a handball.
I saw the referee give the signal for arm, so yeah.
So here is a chance for Bucyrus
With
and
time
Sophie
running
Lucas
out.
to, get them on the board here. Try to make up for the PK that she missed at the very end of the first half.
A chance
Now
at
we're closing in
redemption.
on the final minutes of the second half. She's back in the same situation. And again, she stutter steps. And
Oh,
she
what a
says, what a
save.
diving stop made by Alyssa Carroll. Sophomore showing out in between the pipes. She wants a clean slate.
Lucas with a little bit of a false start there too, but didn't throw off the keeper. And Carroll with a beauty of a save.
Yeah, that was beautiful placement, actually, on that shot. Sophie did a nice job with her placement. Just Carroll, even better defense. And on those, As a former keeper back in my youth, I mean, you just have to guess.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
you have to maybe see the angle that the offensive player is going at, but even
Sure.
then they could change it up a bit.
it can be an educated guess, but more than likely you're just picking a side and you were diving that way.
Yep. And that also might have been off of her first PK where she did go left, but over the net that time she went the same position. And you have to think, I mean, both those PKs go in. This is a 3-2 match late.
It would certainly make the complexities of these last 3 minutes a lot more exciting.
Yeah, so this may finish out 3-0, but a lot closer match than people would think.
Well, hold the phone. I think St. Peter's getting hungry. They want one more, Travis. They've been shut out here in the second half.
Really haven't shown much offense either.
No, they haven't. Credit to the Bucyrus defensive line. They've stood up to the challenge, and
I don't even know if St. Peter's has been inside the 18 at all this half.
no, yeah, some of the shots that we saw in the first half where it just felt like a little bit of lackadaisical defense. We haven't seen breakdowns like that here from Bucyrus in the second. They
No.
have pressured, and so you got to give credit to Coach Jason DeZurich for probably letting his ladies know that what he saw from his defense in the first half was unacceptable, as that one's ripped from outside.
Oh, off the
Off
post.
of the post. A near goal for Julia Rizzo. And, boy, that would have been a nice gift here on Senior Day. Giselle Ward wins the rock. But then the pressure and the takeaway from Zender. She carries, looking for options.
Give it.
Sends it forward for Teresa. And now a little bit of urgency for St. Peter's. It seems like their energy is starting to pick up after that near goal. But Bucyrus takes it away as we're now to the final 60 seconds.
So the Lady Spartans take care of business in the first half and pretty much cruise.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. They definitely didn't have their pedal to the metal here in the second half. But still getting it done on Senior Day for these 5 12th graders, who I presume are playing here on the home field for the last time.
About 10 seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So at the horn, that one sent, and it trickles out just wide. Wouldn't have counted anyways. But, man, that's a fun way to end the match, as St. Peter's is a 3-0 winner here. As mentioned, it was Senior Day, some fun activity before the match, and we're going to catch up with a whole bunch of these seniors. Right now, we're going to welcome them into the booth, so we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back. Post-game action here from Pat Curran rolls on the OH Report. Is that my phone? Welcome back to Pat Curran Soccer Field, where we have got all 5 Lady Spartan seniors standing by, including this lady right here, number 15. We have got Julia Rizzo. Just tell me first off about the emotions of senior day and what it was like for you out here with the whole ceremony and then have to play the match.
It was really exciting. We were all really excited to play this team for a second time, and we tied the first time, so just to kind of get back. And I was very excited for senior night. I didn't play last year for my torn ACL, so this whole year has kind of been a good comeback year for me.
Yeah, tell me about that bouncing back from injury and what the process has been like for you getting back out here on the field and being a key contributor.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long process. I tore my ACL the first game, so soccer has been my first sport back since that. I didn't get to do anything last year because of COVID and everything by the end of the spring. So it's been a long year, but I'm happy to be back and happy to finish playing with the 4 other seniors and watch them last year all, get better. So I'm happy to be back here with them.
Yeah, we're glad that your journey could get you back out onto the pitch. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and pick the next senior to come over and chit-chat with me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and throw on the headset. And if you would, look right into that camera. Tell Spartan Nation who you are.
I'm Maddie Yeager, a senior at St. Peter's, number 21.
Yeah, clearly a fan favorite of your fellow seniors out here. Maddie, tell me how satisfying it was. You tied with them the first time you played Bucyrus. Getting the win here this afternoon, how nice did that feel?
I think it was really important for us to get that win because, well, we tied, and it's our senior night, so we really wanted to win because we thought we were playing to their level the first time we played them. So for us playing up to our level, playing soccer we know how to play, I think that was good for us to get that win.
Yeah, what do you think was the difference here? Definitely in the first half. I mean, you girls really dominated. What was clicking for you early on in the match?
I think everyone was really focused on winning winning the first half rather than losing the first half and then trying to win the second half. And I think everyone played their positions as they needed to play them in their own positions, not playing other people's.
All right, well, congratulations. A big 3-0 win. If you
Thank
have any
you.
shout-outs that you want to deliver to anybody at home watching.
The whole, my grandma, the whole St. Peter's school and everyone that goes there.
All right, thank you very much. Bring on the next.
Maddie.
Looks like we've got Maddie Yeager going to be joining me. So Maddie, talk to me about, I guess, maybe the pressures of senior day when you are a senior in L. How did you feel when you stepped out onto the field?
There's definitely more pressure senior day because losing would kind of impact the rest of the season. So but it gets you more hype too. So you got more excited and stuff. So yeah,
And sets the overall performance of the team for me today. You guys were lights out certainly in that first half. Seemed like it dropped off a little bit in the second half. Give me your perspective.
Yeah, I think we just got really tired and hot, but we were able to hold them. So
You think that's what it was in the second half? Just a little bit of fatigue maybe
yeah,
set
and
in?
we're all some sort of injured. So by the second half, the injuries are starting to flare up and stuff. So the energy kind of drops. But as long as we come out in the first half and get ahead, it's not as important.
Yeah, you were certainly able to do that. The 3-0 advantage going into the half. Any shout-outs that you would like to deliver?
My dad, who's my coach.
Who's got a nice wave for you. So hi, Dad, behind the camera. All right, thank you very much, Maddie. Still 2 more seniors to come. Looks like next up we've got Molly Vitcusky. Hopefully, Vitcusky.
Yep.
Hopefully I was saying it right during the match. And you had a nice goal as well. Take me through that goal. That thing was nice.
Yeah, the goalie lost it. I saw it. And, yeah, I just, swung it, and it just curled right in. So
Tell me about this bunch. It seems like you 5 seniors obviously have a lot of fun with one another. How would you describe the camaraderie and, kind of the bondage that you guys have?
Oh, we have a very special bond. So we've been playing together, obviously, since freshman year, and we've just grown together, and it's just amazing to be playing with them.
And Coach gave you guys a lot of credit for being good leaders and also good mentors for some of the younger kids. How much of that do you see as a privilege and that you take on that role and say, hey, I really do want to bring along some of these younger girls and get them better too?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the season, it was we were having trouble because with COVID and everything, everybody was finding trouble to, just get better with all the delays and everything. But yeah, we pushed them hard and we made sure that they had to realize that this means a lot to us, and they realized that for sure because they worked their butt out here for us. So.
Well, congratulations on the win. Anybody that you want to shout out that's watching?
My best friend Jada Price,
Hey.
and the rest of St. Peter's community.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Molly. And last but not least, we have Mackenzie Montenez throwing on the headset.
Hey.
Just tell me about your satisfaction with the overall performance of your ladies today. What'd you like?
I definitely liked how we came out, started the game, just full intensity. We weren't going to lose our senior night especially. So we definitely gave all we had and did a good job. I'm so proud of the team.
And how much satisfaction do you get from the fact that, two of the seniors obviously had some goals in this match and that you guys were, some of the top contributors in the game, the fact that on senior day you stood up to the challenge?
Oh, definitely. I've been playing everywhere since my teammate Julia got hurt, so I would do anything to get the seniors' goal on their senior day. So love them all.
All right, outside of these other four seniors, anybody that you want to send some love to out there that's watching the broadcast?
Definitely the family for all the support, and also Jada Price. She always comes to the game, so #1 supporter.
All right, thank you so much. Congratulations on the
Thank
victory here
you.
today. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the final stats for the day. Obviously, the match was dominated by St. Peter's in the early goings. Bit of a tale of two halves as Bucyrus came alive in the second.
Yeah, shots on goal. 8 shots for Bucyrus here in the total. I think they only had 3 in the first half, so 5 second half, compared to only 4 by St. Peter's. So 18 shots on goal total for St. Peter's, 8 for Bucyrus, 14 saves by Bucyrus, 8 for St. Peter's. St. Peter's did get 1 assist on their final goal, and Bucyrus with 3 corner kicks, but your final score, 3-0. I feel like I'm a concession stand worker. Would you like anything, Brian? Because all we have back here is water.
Travis, I am absolutely ravenous right now. I would take just about any food that you could hand me. But for now, I'll just take the post-game wrap, and then maybe we can go grab some rub.
Yeah,
or some grub,
definitely.
I should say. It definitely seemed like St. Peter's, they took control of the match in the first half, and they were a little bit content there in half number 2. They really enjoyed the effort, the energy, the enthusiasm that they got through the first 40 minutes. Kind of took their foot off of the gas, but at the end of the day, they still got the W, and I just love the camaraderie of these 5 seniors out here. You can tell they genuinely love one another.
Oh, definitely. And, yeah, they just put it in the cruise control in that second half. Lucas, though, from Bucyrus had the 2 PKs. They made it close. They had a lot better enthusiasm, a lot better effort in that second half by Bucyrus. Really made it a game, and I guess they played like they did in the first match where they tied. So for St. Peter's, big redemption, I guess, against Bucyrus in the second one, especially on senior day. Come out with a big win on your final game on this turf.
All right, Travis, before we close things out, I'm letting everybody else do it. Any shout-outs that you would like to give?
Hi, Mom.
I'll say hi to my mom, too. One of the big supporters of the OH Report. So, hey, Nancy Skowronski, if you're watching in Colorado, love you. All right, that's going to do it for us here at Pat Curran. Want to give a shout-out to Travis and his mom, as well as myself and my mom, and our camera guy, Nick Jacobs, and as always, Adam Thompson, who delivers us with the coolest graphics in the business here in this area. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at a live stream real soon.